We would not walk outside of a house that is being renovated, that has holes in the walls from immense construction going on, just because it's in renovation mode. But yet, still, that's what we try to do to ourselves without even realizing it. We compare our unfinished seasons or unfinished finished chapters with somebody else's finished room. We give ourselves so little grace for moments when our lives feel like it's not up to the par that we want it to be because it looks like everybody else is far ahead. We are comparing all of their visible seasons to our invisible pain, to our invisible limitations, to our invisible beliefs. And this is not something that is being done intentionally. I really believe this is an unintentional situation that we often find ourselves in. And I hope this video gives language to it and helps us to become aware of times when we're actually doing this, right? Because maybe your life isn't messy because it's falling apart. Maybe it's messy because you are renovating. Renovations are loud, renovations are expensive, renovations are messy. But when that project is completely finished, when it comes to a successful ending, everybody takes their phone out and want to take pictures and show all of the nice features that were added. These seasons of our lives are sometimes very slow, very painful, and they look exactly like messes. And so today I'm going to talk about that season. I call it the rebuilding season. It can be referred to as the renovation season. It doesn't matter the name, they are both the same things. I found myself sitting down and thinking through some experiences that are in my present life. And in these experiences, I'm just thinking about how we all start off at the same playing field. You know, when you're a kid, everybody is just doing whatever. Then you become an adult and you're realizing that people were painting different pictures. We just weren't seeing it because we are in our regular everyday life, right? And when we start to look at these outcomes, it's easy to get caught up in this comparison trap. And it sucks the life out of you. It sucks the joy out of you. It sucks the creativity and the curiosity out of you because you're no longer looking at how can you create a life that you want for yourself. You're looking at how can I have what they have. Now, the funny thing with wanting what other people have is that it's not necessarily the thing that's going to make you happy. But you don't know what's going to make you happy unless you start to experiment and become curious about what do you even like. A lot of us are living lives that we did not build, that are not intentional lives, that we don't even have the ounce of investment in, right? There's nothing curated in it. It's just a common, regular experience. And this is of no fault to anybody because I think we all start off that way, especially when you don't know exactly what you're doing and you're following the directions of people who went on before you. That's a natural thing that happens, right? And then you get to a place where you're thinking, okay, this no longer serves me. I did this thing. It don't serve me anymore. I tried that out. I don't like it. I tried this out. I don't like who I'm becoming. Like, different answers come from different tasks. You know, we get different variations of I like or I don't like from different things that we try. And so in this process of discovering ourselves as an adult, right? Because as a kid, we go along with the flow. We just do the thing. We are having fun. And even though I think fun should never stop when you become an adult, but the fun that you have as an adult is more intentional, it's more designed, and you're more aware of it because you know what's happening, right? And so when you become an adult now, you're trying to discover yourself, rediscover yourself to see who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And that is the experience where you're trying to cultivate your life to give desired outcomes that you are going to enjoy. That is the rebuilding process. That is the renovation process. This is a process that a lot of people don't want to spend time in because it's not cute. It's not Instagram focused. It's not the thing that everybody is going to cheer you on for. In most times, it's very lonely. It's very painful. It's very embarrassing. It's very out of this world in a good and bad way. Like there's a lot of emotion that goes on when you're rebuilding because you are essentially ripping your life apart and piecing it back together in a way that makes you feel seen, heard, and loved, right? And this is not easy because a lot of times it means letting go, it means moving away, it means starting over, it means everything but what you've been accustomed to. And it's not easy to let go of things when it's all you've known, because familiarity is something that we all crave. We all want to be in that safe zone, in that safe space that we feel like is our comfort zone, right? And sometimes it's good to have that familiar element, but sometimes that is one of the main reasons why we stay in a life that just does not work for us anymore, because we don't want to shake things up. We don't want to make things better. You know, we say if it's not broke, don't fix it. And in many cases, I think that's a factual statement. But there's also like, if you've never tried something, you don't even know if you like it. You can only know you like something if you've tried it, and then you create that experience for yourself. It becomes a new experience, and then you can decide if you're going to try it again or if you're never going to try it again. And so that is the whole point of why I said a part of the rebuilding your life process is to be curious, because curiosity is what is going to help you to discover things about yourself that you didn't even know existed, right? And so if you're in a season of your life right now where you're rebuilding and you're trying to figure it out and it seems like everybody else is ahead of you and you are literally just not at the place where you want to be, I understand it wholeheartedly. And this is not fluff. This is not just because I'm making a video. Like, I get it, right? And I want to challenge you to think of it as you're in your renovating season. Because if you are being intentional about this season and how you are cultivating the experiences for you, though not a competition, you are probably going to be living a better life later on than many people who you think have the best life now. Because things are very fleeting. Life just changes at any single point, and it's not wishing bad for anybody or anything, but you have to be intentional about the life that you want so that if you don't have it now, you can have it later, right? And a lot of the things that we get to enjoy later on in our life are because of habits that we started when we were younger. So you don't have to wait until you get older and great to start it. That is often the time when a lot of people want to start, and it takes longer. That's when they realize there is actually a problem. That's when they actually want to jump in and fix everything, and it just becomes more chaotic. So if you are in this space right now, whether you're older and you're just realizing that you want to fix something, or you're young and you want to get ahead of the game, now is always the best time to start. And rebuilding your life is every single era. We have our mindset, our body, physicality, mental, our mental capacity, or emotional intelligence. Like, the list could go on of things that you're rebuilding. But as you guys know, I talk about money all the time, and money is a part of that rebuilding process. And so if you're in this space right now where you just feel messy, it's just you're trying to figure it out, you don't know what to do, I am hosting a rebuild workshop this Saturday, July 18 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be at 8 p.m. It's a virtual free workshop where I'd love to have you if you're ready to stop surviving and start creating options for yourself. This part of your rebuilding journey, you don't have to do it alone. I'm holding you accountable in this process and helping you to get ahead of where you were yesterday or the day before or even a year ago, right? And so if that sounds like something you're interested in, the link is in my bio. You can sign up for it and tell a friend, tell anybody that you think this could benefit so that you guys can all build that community around each other to enact the change even more better for all of us, right? So yeah, it's messy, it's uncomfortable, it's painful, but it's always worth it when you invest in yourself. And that's why when I started my channel, the whole entire focus of it was always investing in you, because I still believe, and this is my ill, this is one of the single most best investments you will ever make in your life. Even if you feel like you don't see things paying off yet, you cannot waste money investing in yourself ever. So I hope this message finds you well. And if it did, give me a like and share it with anybody who can benefit. Comment below and tell me what's the messiest, what do you feel is the most messy part of your rebuilding your life journey? I love to hear that below. If you're watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you a part of the family. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for watching the videos. And to my loyal subscribers, thank you so much for being here and for sticking around. I appreciate you guys so much. And follow me on all social media platforms, that's Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I'll see you in my next video tomorrow. Let's go make some mistakes. Bye.